This is the Roulette Master, and I had an incredible weekend at the Circa Las Vegas. I have so much to share with you today about how I turned some slot players into roulette players, and I'll show you how I helped them start winning money in the casino. And we have the new system of the day from one of my subscribers, Jim. This is called a Star 32 roulette system. And man, let's just get right into it and get started. And it all started by going to Las Vegas this weekend. Again, the Circa Las Vegas is an incredible hotel and casino. And boy, we had an amazing time. But when my friend Slotmaster316 won $75,000 on a progressive slot machine, we all had 4 hours to wait for his check. So I showed all those slot players how to play roulette and win at the casino, and everyone copied my bets, and we all won. It was unbelievable. And what we did was I showed them the progressive recovery system, but we made a little bit of an adjustment. And I'm going to show you what that is, and then we'll get to the new roulette system of the day, Star 32, and that's going to be awesome as well. And let's go ahead and jump right into it, and I'll show you how I turned those slot players into roulette players. And make sure to get over to Slotmaster316 on YouTube as well to watch the entire the live stream where he won $75,000. You'll see me at the end of the video. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start today with the version that I shared with them and helped them all win money. This is the progressive recovery system. It's usually betting on opposites, but we did follow the winner. And I'm going to show you what amounts we started with and all that. And we started with $5 bets. And everyone that was waiting for that $75,000 check, we all went over and played roulette, and we all started follow the winner on color for $5. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. I'll share with you what I showed them and how they all won. So that's a win right there. And I'm also going to show you how you can help keep track of these bets easier if you don't have something like this that shows you where you're at. We'll be on black again for $5. Because when you're actually in the casino and you can't keep track as easily where your profits are, there's a real easy way to do it. And we're going to follow the winner on color for $5 again. And here we go. That is a 26 black. That's another win. So we'll stay on black for $5. And we're up 15. Let's go ahead and spin. And boy, the Circa Las Vegas is incredible as well. Man, we had such a good time at Stadium Swim, and I'm really starting to like Fremont Street. If you've been there, let me know what you think about that. We're up 20. We're going to be on follow the winner color. Let's go ahead and spin. And I'm going to share with you how the progressive recovery system works. And this is a little different than the original because we're playing follow the winner instead of opposites. We'll be on black again for $5. We're currently up 25. And here we go. And let's see what we get here. That's a 28 black. That's another win. What a great start. And this system obviously takes advantage of color runs. We're up 30. Let's go ahead and spin again here. And here we go. That's a 28 black. All right, that's another win. So we'll just keep riding this until the black color streak ends. We're up $35 right now. That's awesome. And the funny thing is Slotmaster316 had me go play a slot machine with him afterwards, and then I won $6,000 on a slot machine, and that is ridiculous. So I helped them out, and he took me to a good machine, it sounds like. So we're at $40. Let's go ahead and put $5 on black and spin. Here we go. That is a 32 red. Okay, and that's a loss. So when you lose with this system, you switch colors when you play this version of it, and you keep track of how many losses you have. We have 1 loss, so we stay at $5. And that's a 4 black. Okay, that's another loss. So we have 2 losses, but we switch back to black. We're playing follow the winner. But you keep track of how many losses. That's how it makes it much easier when you're playing in the casino, because you don't have to worry about where your balance is. So we had 2 losses. So here's how this works. When you get a win, you take the number of losses, and that's your bet after you get the win. So that's 2 times 5 is $10. So let's go ahead and spin. And I didn't do this with the original. I'm going to help you really figure out how to make sure you don't lose track of the bets. So when you lose on the recovery, you double that. Now in your head, you're down $20. So we're going to switch to red, and we go back to 5. And that's really important because now we know we're down 20. That's a 14 red. Okay, we got the win. So now we go ahead and we didn't have any losses there after the original. So now we go ahead and just bet that $20 again and try to recover it now. Now you can see we're not actually down. We're up 30. The reason you're keeping track of that in your head is because you constantly want to keep adding revenue. And let's go ahead and spin. Now if you're playing where you can see your total like this, it's even easier. All you have to do is remember that you're trying to get one more unit. So we lost that $20 recovery. So we're going to go back to $5 on black. And since we were down 20, now we know we need to recover 40. That's a 20 black. And that's a win. So now we try to recover the 40. So now we'll put 40 on black. And spin. And if you keep a running total, like if you're playing on an automated machine, you don't have to do this in your head. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Okay, we lost that one at 40. So we go back to 5 and we'll stay on black. If you hit 0, you stay on black. And here we go. That's a 10 black and we got the win. Okay, so you can see the last bet. Now we're going to try to get that 40 back. We're going to put 40 on black and spin. And then I'm going to show you how to, if you're playing automated and you're not using a live dealer, how much easier it is to keep track. But we lost again. So now we're going to go back to 5 and we'll be on red. Let's go ahead and spin. So now we know we need to recover 80 and that's a 13 black. But we lost. So we're going to go ahead and bet 5 again, but we'll switch to black. Okay.
No more bets.
And then in your head, if you're not using the balance, you know that now we're at 85 because we just lost another one. Okay, we got the win. So now we're going to try to recover that 85. Okay, and you can see then we'll be back up again if we get the win here. If not, we'll need to recover 170. And we lost. So this is why it's so important to have a good bankroll. And remember, now we're at 170 we need to recover. You basically double that. So we go back to 5 on red and spin. And here we go. And we got it. So now we need to bet that 170 on red. Let's go ahead and do that now. This shows you why it's so important to have a bankroll. And that's what I made sure all the guys had was a big enough bankroll for the $5 unit so that you can recover like we just did there. So if we didn't have the bankroll, we couldn't have got back where we're at. Now we're going to start building up some more wins here. So let's go ahead and spin. We're on follow the winner red. And you need that bankroll. So I recommended they all had at least $1,000 with $5 starting bets. And we only had to do one like that one time in a couple hours. So that was a lot worse than normal with this system. It doesn't usually go that far. So let's go ahead and spin again, but know that we have one loss here. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 12 red. Okay, that's 2 losses. So now we'll be on 5 on red again. And then here in a second, I'm going to show you how to stop keeping track of it this way. If you play automated, it's much easier. Okay, there's 3 losses. We'll do this one more time where we count the losses and spin. Then I'll show you how to just keep track of it on the balance. That's a 25 red. Okay, that's 4 losses. So we'll go back to red for 5 and spin. And that's 5 losses, 33 black. So now we go to black for 5.
No more bets.
5 losses. And that's an 8 black, and I think we finally got the win. So if you have 5 losses, you take 5 times 5 is 25, and that's your bet on black.
No
so
more
let's
bets.
do that and spin, and then after this, I'm going to show you the other way of doing it. And we recovered. Fantastic. Okay, so you can see we're up 35 now. So here's the easier way to do it if you're playing automated, if you're not using a live deal, or say you're sitting in a circle and there's a wheel in the middle. This is an easier way of doing it. So if you're up 35, you're always looking for $5 more. So we know we're trying to get to $40. So we bet 5 on black and spin. And if you start a losing streak, all you have to do is remember we're trying to get to $40. And if you have a balance like this, it's super easy. So now all we have to do, even if we have a huge losing streak, we don't have to keep track of how many losses we have. All we know is we need to get back to $40 because that's the next $5 in profit. So if you're doing it this way, all you have to do is say, I need $5 to get to $40, so you bet 5.
No more bets.
Okay, and even if you have a losing streak of like 6 or 7 or more, you don't have to keep track of the losses if you're playing automated, because all you have to do is know what your next $5 goal is. And you can see we're at 40, so now we know we're going for 45. We'll put 5 on red, follow the winner, and spin. Because then we know once we get a win after a bunch of losses, we know where our next goal is, so we don't have to count the losses. We just know we need to get to that number, and that's the bet. So we're at 45. We'll bet 5 on red now and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 0. That's a loss. Okay, so again, we were at 45. We were trying to get to 50. So all you have to remember if you're playing automated is we need to get to 50. So we will bet 5 on red until we get a win, and then whatever it takes to get to 50 is what we'll bet. And you can see you can get a lot of losses and you're just fine with this system. And the reason why is because we're not increasing the bet after losses. So you could literally lose 15 in a row and you wouldn't lose your bankroll because you're only losing $5 per spin. So now all we need to know is we need to get to 50, and we're at 40. So that means we bet 10. So let's bet 10 on red and spin. And we played this for over 2 hours while we were waiting for that $75,000 check for Slotmaster 316. And make sure you get over there to his YouTube channel and watch that video. You'll see me at the end there. And you can see now we know we're trying to get to 50. So we're just going to bet 5 again here and spin. All right, let's see what we get. And that's a 13 black. We got the win. So we're trying to get to 50. We're at 35, so that's $15. We'll bet that on black. Follow the winner and spin. And it's a really exciting video. I've never seen anybody win that much on a slot live in person before. And that was incredible. So we don't have to keep track of all these losses, even though we're losing the recoveries. All we have to do is remember we're trying to get back to 50. So we'll go back to $5 on a red. And again, we can lose a ton of them in a row and not lose our bankroll because we're not increasing until we get a win. And now we're going to try to get back to 50. We're at 25, so that's a $25 bet on red. And here we go. That's a 30 red. Okay, that's a $25 win. We recovered. We're at 50. Now we're trying to get to 55. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 31 black. And we'll bet another $5 bet on black. And then we're trying to get to 55. Now, again, if you can see your total, you don't have to keep track of the losses. But I want you to know both ways in case you don't have a running total. We're trying to get to $55. And even if we lose a ton of them in a row, we're just fine because we're only losing 1 unit per loss. And that's a 1 red. We're still trying to get to 55. So all we do is we take 55 minus 45. That's a $10 bet. We'll put $10 on red and spin. And the original version of this was betting opposites. This is follow the winner. And that's a 32 red. And we're at 55. Now we're trying to get to 60. We'll put 5 on red and spin. Let me know down in the comments whether you like the opposites or the follow the winner version. And that's a 0. And let's see where we're at. We were at 55 trying to get to 60. So that's all you have to remember. And then once we get a win, we try to get to $60 and get 1 more unit of profit. So all those slot players ended up becoming roulette players after 2 hours of doing this. And I thought that was pretty cool. So everybody won and everybody just copied me on all the bets. And then afterwards, they realized how to play it for themselves. So that's another win there. We're trying to get to 60. We're at 50, so that's a $10 bet on black.
No more
But
bets.
again, bankroll is key as well. There was one person that sat down that didn't do that and lost his bankroll pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and bet 5 on red again. We're trying to get to 60.
No more bets.
And it's okay if we have a bunch of losses because we're just going to recover and get back to 60 when we get a win, and we got a win there. So now we're going to try to get to 60. That's $15. So we bet 15 on red and spend. So eventually, though, that $75,000 check came 4 hours later, and then we finally got out of the Circa about 6 in the morning. So after 4 hours of waiting for that check. So we're up 30 now. We're still trying to get to 60. We'll be betting on red for 5. So here we go. So long night, but it was amazing. And that's an 8 black. Okay, that's a loss. And all we have to do is remember what we're trying to get to. And here we go. And that's a 12 red. Okay, it's another $5 bet on red. All we have to do is remember we're trying to get to 60, and then we get there when we get a win. That's a 27 red. And now we'll try to get to 60. We're at 25, so that's $35. We bet on red for 35 and spend. And I realize this isn't making a ton of money fast, but what it does is it's a really safe system, and we just recovered there. That can consistently make you money. We played over 2 hours without losing, and everyone, all those slot players that I showed this, ended up winning money playing roulette, and we won a lot more than $60. This one just started out kind of slow, but actually we just time just expired, so we did only make $60 in 15 minutes. But we started with $5 bets and a $1,000 bankroll. You could always do a $2,000 bankroll with $10 bets, and there's also another version you can check out that I did with the Slotmaster 316. Where he did low roller version of this with dollar bets and a $100 bankroll. Same thing works, and he did that on Game King, if you've ever seen the video version of roulette. And so that's an option as well. But again, amazing time at Circa Las Vegas, and that was amazing to watch Slotmaster 316 win that $75,000. And you'll see me at the end of that video if you go over there and watch that. But let me know what you think of this one. And now it is time for the new video of the day. You're going to absolutely love this one. I can't wait to share it with you. Let's jump right into it and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the incredible Star 32 roulette system by Jim. Let's go ahead and place the bets. And we're going to start with a $5 bet all the way around the number 32, just like that on the corner bets. And then we're going to put $1 in the center. And that is the real key to this, but we're going to add some more bets in. Jim says that these numbers that are covered right here are spread out so evenly across the wheel that it will make it much easier, because he says the ball is always somewhere near one of those numbers. But now we're going to add in some other ones here. But let's put these dollar bets out first. And the only one that has to be is the 32 and the numbers around it. Now you pick one in the first and second 12 as well. That's in the second column, and then you add 5s all the way around it, just like we did over there. Okay, but you have to have the 32. These ones you can pick. Okay, so this is a $63 total bet. And let's go ahead and spend. I'm going to show you how he's making money with this one. And I think it looks great. Let's see how much money it makes in 15 minutes. Okay, that's a $27 win. We'll take that. That's a great start. Let's just rebet and spend.
No more bets.
And there's some that have slight losses. There's some that win a little, and there's some that win a ton. I'm going to share that with you as we go through. That's another $27 win. So we're already up $54. That's a great start. You can see we hit the 18 and the 29, and those are both numbers that have 5s on both sides. Now we do have some numbers like the 4, the 6, the 12, the 10, the 13, 15, 21, 19, 30, 28, 34, and 36 that are slight losses. And I'm going to share with you what we do with that here in a second. That's an 11 black. Okay, but that's another $27 win. So we're already up $81. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 30 red. And that's an $18 loss. When you have one of these $18 losses, you do not change the bet. So we just rebet and spin. Jim says he thinks people raise the bets way too quickly. And I'm going to share with you when it's time and what to do. You can see we lost $18 again. We're not going to adjust the bet. We're still up $45. We're just going to spin again. And you're going to get a lot of hits with this. There's a lot of numbers covered, even though some of them are small losses. Okay, that's another $18 loss. We lost 3 in a row, but we're not going to change the bet. You can see we're only up 27, but that's okay. Jim says that the key is not risking your bankroll, and I'm going to share with you how he makes money with this consistently. And there's another $18 loss. In fact, that's 4 in a row, and we're only up $9, but that's okay because guess what? There's some numbers that are going to pay huge, and when we hit one, it's going to be time to cash out. That's a 7 red. That's a nice $27 win. We're up $36. Let's rebet and spin. And when we have total losses, I'm going to show you what to do with those. That's coming up, and that's a 22 black. And that's a total loss. When we get a total loss, we're going to double the bet. So we're at 126 now. This is why we do need a good-sized bankroll, which we'll go over here shortly. But we don't want to increase with any loss. And there's a nice $54 win. So you can see we're up 27, and now we're going to try to get another win. Let's go ahead and spin. You can see that was the 16, and here we go. And there it is. That's an 8 black. That's a $306 win. I told you there were some numbers that were going to give us crazy wins. We're already up $333. So we're going to go back to our original bet amounts. And that was at $63. Let's put that 5 back out there. And again, you can move these 2 around if you want to, but the 32 has to stay. He says those numbers are super important. And the ball is always near one of those numbers. And that's a 4 black. That's an $18 loss, and again, we don't do anything with those. We just rebet and spend. We don't want to increase the bets unless we absolutely have to. And here we go. And that's a 31 black. That's a $27 win. We'll take it. We're up $342. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 36 red. That's an $18 loss. We do not increase the bet. We're up $324. And here we go. And there's no need to increase with those because they're not huge losses. And we have a bunch of other bets that win a lot more. And you can see we just won 27 there. We're up $351. Let's go ahead and spend. This is Star 32 by Jim. And that's a 6 black. Okay, that's an $18 loss. Again, we don't increase the bet. We're up $333. Let's rebet and spin. All right. That's a 23 red. And that's a total loss. So we will increase the bet because it was a total loss. We're at 126. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 9 red. That's a nice $54 win. So we can reset. Let's go back to 63. So depending on what you hit determines whether you reset immediately or you try to get 2 wins. It depends on which number you hit. And that's an 8 black. We did it again. That's a $153 win. We're up $477. That is just awesome. Okay, let's put that back. And spin, and here we go. Again, it starts at $63, but we don't increase very fast. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 20 black. And that's another $27 win. We're at $504, and that is just insane. That is awesome. And I knew I liked the looks of this, but let's see how it does for the rest of the 15 minutes. That's a 28 black, and that's an $18 loss. Again, we do not increase. We're up $486. Let's go ahead and spin. All right, that is a 5 red. And that's a $27 win. We'll take it. We're up 513. And there's no reason to increase after the $18 losses. There's so many more big bets that we can win. And that's a 6 black. That's an $18 loss. Again, we'd have no reason to increase. We're up $495.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spend. I don't care how many you lose in a row at 18, you're not going to increase. And that's a 30 red. That's another one. I think we lost 3 in a row, but guess what? We don't increase. We're up 477.
No more
We
bet.
only increase if it's a total loss. And I know there's a lot of these partial losses, and that's okay. That's a 15 black. There's another one. I think that's like 4 in a row there, but we're up 459. We're not going to increase, and there's no need to. And here we go. That's a 33 black. There's a nice $27 win. We're up 486. Let's rebet and spin, and those big wins are still lurking there. And that is an 18 red, and that was really close to one of them, but we'll take a nice $27 win. We're up $513. So here we go. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 21 red. That's an $18 loss. Again, we don't do anything. We're up $495. And let's spin. And I would love to get a number 17 or one of the other numbers that are covered there. That's a 22 black, and that's a loss. Obviously, the 32 would be exceptional as well. And let's double that bet to 126 and spin. That's a 22 black, and that's not good. That's back-to-back losses with the same number. But let's go ahead and rebet and spin. We're at 252. Now we're up 306. And let's go ahead and spin. That's a 25 red. Another total loss. Let's go ahead and double the bet. And spin.
No more bet.
And this is a $2,000 bankroll system. But let's see how far we need to go with this one. That's a 13 black. It's a 144 loss, but we don't increase. We don't increase on partial losses. So let's go ahead and spin again here and see if we can get a win. That's a 32 red. That's a $1,224 win. We're up $1,134. Wow. That was incredible. And that's why it's called Star 32 for a reason. That was awesome. And obviously, the other ones pay just as much, the 17 and the 8. But boy, that was incredible because we went up there in the bets. Let's go ahead and spin. And man, I love this system. That is a 7 red. And that's a $27 win. We're up $1,161. Let's rebet and spin. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system. And here we go. That's a 4 black. That's an $18 loss. Again, any partial loss, even if it's a big loss that's partial, we do not increase. There's no need to. There's so much jackpot potential here. And a lot of good wins when you hit both sides. So that's another loss at 18. We don't increase. We're up 1,125. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 14 red. That's a $27 win. We're up 1,152. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 12 red. That's an $18 loss. We don't increase. We're up 1,134. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 32 red, and look at that. That is amazing. $153 win. We're up $1,287. And that's why it's called Star 32. He says those are the most important numbers around the 32 there. And we did it back to back. No way. That's a $153 win. We're up $1,440. I absolutely love this system. This is incredible. And no way, that's a 17 black. That's 3 jackpots in a row. That's a $153 win. We're up $1,593. And a lot of people say the number 17 is the the number that's hit the most out of all. I don't know what you guys think about that, but let me know in the comments. We lost that one, so let's go ahead and double the bet to 126 and spin. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system, and it almost hit 17 again, and that's a 5 red. That's a $54 win. We're up 1,584. Let's go back to 63.
No
All
more
right,
bet.
let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. Well, this is a lot of fun, and that's a 21 red. All right, that's an $18 loss. We don't increase. We're up 1,566.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spin. And boy, I'm really glad that Jim sent this one in because I absolutely love this. And that's another jackpot. That's a $153 win. We're up 1,719 now. And after an incredible weekend and in Las Vegas, great to see this system. And I'm also glad I could share with everybody, and we're up 1,171, share with everybody how I helped all those slot players become roulette players and learn how to consistently win money in the casino this weekend. That is a loss, so we'll go ahead and double the bet because it's a total loss.
No more
And
bet.
let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 6 black. That's a $36 loss, but a partial loss, so we just rebet and
No more
spin.
bet.
And I think a lot of those slot players were really surprised that they could play for 2 hours. I know that's not always the case, but we played for 2 hours and everybody won, and it was an incredible night. So let's go ahead and
No more
spin.
bet.
And it's funny that the Slot Master 316 introduced me to a slot machine, and I won $6,000 on it as well. That's a nice $54 win there. We're up 1,620. Let's go ahead and go back to 63 and
No more
spin.
bet.
And here we go. It was actually that one. He actually took me across the street to the Golden Gate, and where we found that one. So that's a $63 loss there. That's a partial loss. Oh, I'm sorry though. That's a full loss. Let's go ahead and double
No more bet.
and spin. And here we go. That's a 35 black. That's a nice $54 win. We're up 1,611. Let's go back to 63 and
more
spin.
bet.
And here we go. But yeah, make sure you get over to the Slotmaster 316 channel on YouTube and watch that $75,000 win. And you'll see me at the end of the video. So make sure you watch it to the end. And I was pretty shocked. We're up 1,638 now. Let's go ahead
No more
and
bet.
spin again. But I absolutely love the Circa. Boy, the stadium swim and everything, and the places to eat there were fantastic as well. It's a $27 win. We're up 1,665. And I usually don't always stay on Fremont Street, but I think I'm going to now. It's just a lot of excitement and a lot of fun stuff going on there. So that's a 5 red. That's a $27 win. We're up 1,692.
No
And
more bet.
I also like Fremont Street because you can actually walk all the way across in about 30 minutes or less, where the Strip, it takes forever to walk around. All right, that's an $18 loss. We're up 1,674, but again,
No more
we
bet.
don't increase on partial losses. And I absolutely love this system by Jim. This is fantastic. And that's a 9 red. It's a $27 win. We're up 1,701.
No more
We
bet.
just keep making more money, and I like this. That's a 14 red. That's another $27 win. We're up 1,728.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. All right, that's a 30 red. And that's a loss, but a partial, so we don't increase. We're up 1,710.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spin. And actually, this is our last spin. We're at the 15-minute mark, and that's a 7 red. $27 win. So we made $1,737 in 15 minutes with this new roulette system from Jim Star 32. Again, he says he picks the 32 and the numbers around it to start because of where they're at on the wheel. That's incredible. And he says you're always the ball's always near one of those numbers. So thank you so much for sending that in. For everybody else out there, you send those systems in to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And let me know what you think about these systems. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my weekend in Vegas, or at Circa Las Vegas, or my weekend at Circa Las Vegas. I can't talk, but it was so much fun, and and I might need some sleep now, but it was incredible. Let me know what you guys think about this as always. And you guys are awesome. And if you're enjoying the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And get over to see the Slotmaster 316 on YouTube. You'll see me at the end of that video when he gets his $75,000 check, which is absolutely incredible after we waited 4 hours for it. And I'll have to talk to you more about that later. It was crazy, all the stuff that they have to do to verify a win that big. But it was interesting to see. They take the machine apart and everything, and make sure that nothing malfunctioned. It takes hours and hours, and then finally he got the check. So yeah, get over to Slotmaster 316 YouTube page and watch that video. And again, you'll see me at the end. It's pretty late. It's about 2 in the morning, so I probably look pretty tired, but I was pretty excited for him. And thank you guys for watching. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.